Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a haul video, and this haul is kind of a mix of everything because I went shopping with April again when we went up to IKEA and we stopped at some different Ultas and we went to a Target. So I have some stuff to share from when we did that. Then I also bought some stuff on my own. And a lot of the things I'm going to talk about are drugstore things, but there are a few high-end things that I did pick up when I went to IMATS in Toronto. So I'm also going to include that in this haul. I told you guys I was debating on getting the Emily the Once palette from Makeup Revolution, and then I finally decided to bite the dust and go ahead and get it. I just didn't feel like I wanted to get the Needs palette. I mean, I like the colors in that palette, but I don't like the design of the way that the pans are. Like, I wish instead of being like ovals that they would have been rectangles or just something different. I didn't really like the design of that palette. I liked the color of it and everything, but I loved this palette. So I definitely wanted to pick this up. So I got this, and I know you guys are probably like sick of everybody talking about this palette. I've used it a few times. I haven't used it like a whole bunch, but the colors that I have used in this palette I do really like. And I was debating on whether I was going to order this stuff from Makeup Revolution or from Ulta. At first Ulta was sold out of this palette when I went to order it, and so I was going to get it off of Makeup Revolution, but then I waited a little bit and then Ulta got it back in stock. So I did order this off of Ulta, but I ended up just ordering only Makeup Revolution stuff when I did that Ulta order. And so I also decided to pick up this highlighting palette. I'm not sure exactly what this is called. I think it's like the Makeup Revolution like Quad in Light or something like that. But I don't know if you guys remember, but whenever I was talking to you guys in my last haul, my last really big haul that I did, I told you all that I was debating on getting this palette whenever April and I went to Ulta because I swatched it and I really liked it, but I talked myself out of it. So whenever I was ordering this stuff off of Ulta, I just decided to go ahead and pick it up, and I'm so glad that I picked this palette up because it is a beautiful highlighting palette, and I can wear every shade in this palette, which is rare. Normally I can't. Like, this one is a little dark on me, but I can get away with it. It's not too dark. I can kind of use it as like a blush, I guess, sort of topper. But it's really pretty. My favorite color in this palette is this one over here, and I feel like the swatches just don't really do this palette justice. Like, I'm wearing the gold shade today and I feel like it just looks so beautiful. And then unfortunately, when I ordered that palette, Makeup Revolution hadn't released that new foundation. I think it's like, what? I can't remember what it's called, but it's the foundation that goes with the Conceal and Define Concealer by Makeup Revolution. They hadn't released that yet in the US, so I couldn't pick that up, but I did pick up the concealer because I was curious about it. And first I ordered C1, which then whenever I went back shopping with April at Ulta, when we went up to IKEA in Cincinnati, I picked up a darker shade because C1 is really light for me. Maybe in the dead of winter when I'm really fair, maybe this will work. But it's a really light concealer, as you can see. I ended up picking up C3 whenever I was with April. I just figured I'd go ahead and show you guys these two swatched next to each other so you could see the shade difference. So C3 and C1. C3 is a little bit more pink kind of toned, and for me, a lot of times I like for my under eye concealers to be slightly a little pink just because I feel like it helps to counteract dark under eye circles. Every once in a while I like a yellow tone concealer, but I usually go for more pinky kind of toned concealer. With that order, since it was over $15, and I don't know if Ulta is still doing this deal with Makeup Revolution, but you got this eyeshadow palette for free if you bought something for if you spent at least $15 on Makeup Revolution stuff. And this is the Fierce as Fire palette. And I've actually really been enjoying this palette. I think it is a really beautiful palette. The shades in here are really pigmented and easy to blend out, and I think that this palette is beautiful for this time of the year, for fall. I love this white for like an inner corner highlight. Like I've been enjoying it for that. And the shimmer shades in this palette feel really buttery, which is a little different than their shimmers in like the Emily, the Once palette. Like they almost have like a cream kind of feel to them. Like it's really interesting. And then the last thing that I decided to get from Makeup Revolution was one of their Flawless Foil eyeshadows. I think like back in the day, sorry about that, I feel like that motorcycle was really loud. I think back in the day, Shannon Harris, she raved about these, and I used to want to get these like so bad. So I saw them and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get one and try it out. So I picked up the one that's in rose gold, which is, it's not really a rose gold color, it's more of just like a really red copper eyeshadow. And it is a cream eyeshadow. And I really haven't used this much by itself. Like I've tried to use it over top of eyeshadows, and honestly it's one of those products I feel like it would work better on its own, because when you put it over top of powder eyeshadows it gets kind of, I don't know, it gets kind of chunky or kind of clumpy like with the powder eyeshadow. So I feel like it would work better on its own, but it is super pigmented and really pretty. So I'll have to use this a little more. I really haven't used it much at all. And also too, if you are curious about my makeup today, I will be posting a tutorial on this soon. It's actually gonna be a 3 looks 1 palette with the Milani Pure Passion palette. I've had several of you guys like request that I do a 3 looks 1 palette with this eyeshadow palette, so that will be coming up. I think I'm gonna post that video on Saturday of this week, so just be on the lookout for that. So those were all of the Makeup Revolution things that I ordered from Ulta. Okay, and then a few other things that I ended up picking up on my own before I went shopping with April. I bought another one of my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow foundations. You guys know that this is my Holy Grail Dewy foundation. So yeah, I picked up another one of those because, like I said, I ran out of my other one. And then while I was out getting that, I saw the Maybelline Soda Pop palette. And I loved the Lemonade Craze palette that they came out with in the summer. And I saw that they were going to be releasing this one a while back. So I knew as soon as I saw this out in the stores, I wanted to get this. Now, I haven't used it much at all yet. I feel like I've picked up so many eyeshadow palettes recently that I just have so many palettes I need to use. But I do think this palette is really pretty and different from the drugstore, like for a fall winter palette. So I'll have to use this a little more and let you know my thoughts on it. I picked up some eyelashes because I had one of you guys, or maybe a couple of you guys, request that I use false lashes in my tutorials, which I did use some false lashes today for this look, but I needed to pick up some more false lashes because I really didn't have any. So I picked up some more of the Ardell Demi Wispies. These are some of my all-time favorite false lashes. These are the lashes I have on today. I kind of messed this one up down here, so I had to like take the one up here, so that's why they're kind of mismatched. But I love the Demi Wispies. And then I picked up the Kiss Look So Natural in Flirty. I want to say that they had another one that was Flirt, but maybe it was Flirty. But I remember back in the day, I used to love these like a couple of years ago, and I couldn't find this style for like the longest time, and then I saw it at I guess Walmart. So I almost said Walgreens, but it has a Walmart sticker on there. So I picked these up at Walmart. So yeah, that was all that I picked up on my own. And then, like I said, I went shopping with April. We went up to IKEA and she got a few things that she was wanting to get for her filming room. And then we went to several different Ultas. We went to a Target. I think we actually went to a TJ Maxx as well, but I didn't film that in our, because I posted a vlog on our little shopping trip. So if you haven't seen that yet, I'll link it down below. We had so much fun. I always have a blast whenever I'm with April. Like, she makes me laugh so much, and I just feel like I can be myself with her. So yeah, I just enjoy being around her. But So whenever I went shopping with her, I was like, I'm only gonna get like a few things. I knew I needed to pick up another one of my Ultra Repair Face moisturizers because it's like I can tell I'm getting low on the one that I have, but the only thing I hate about this packaging is you cannot tell like how much you have left in here. It's just like one day you go to pump it and then nothing comes out. So I was telling her I needed to get like a backup and always have 2 on hand. So when I run out of the other one, like I'll use that and then I'll just pick up a new one. So yeah, I picked this up with her at Ulta. We were on the hunt to find Flower Beauty because they had released some new things that we were interested in. And so we were looking at a couple of different Walmarts. I guess we went to Walmart too. I totally forgot we went to Walmart. But yeah, we looked at a few Walmarts and then I was telling her that some Ultas also carry Flower Beauty. So we went to several different Ultas and finally at the last Ulta that we went to, they had Flower Beauty. And we were most interested in these, I don't know what these are called exactly, but they're the glitter, I guess they're just called Warrior Glitter Shadows. And we were on the hunt for these and I ended up picking up the gold one. I don't know if it has the name on here. I guess it's called Balm, maybe. But this color is so beautiful. I have yet to use it, but I feel like this is definitely gonna be something that I'm gonna get a lot of use out of. And I wanna use this for sure in some holiday tutorials. So it's just really pretty, really like shimmery and really just beautiful. So I'll have to keep you guys posted on this. But yeah, like I said, my plans are to use this in like some holiday tutorials. So I picked that up and I was on the hunt to find these blush bombs from Flower Beauty, color drops for cheeks. And they're silky lightweight texture with a radiant finish. And I was looking for the more natural colored one, which I got pinched. And I don't know if there was another one that was a little bit more natural than this one even, because this is like a peachy nude color and I was expecting this to be more of like a, I don't know, more of just like a nude, not really a peach nude. And I've only used this blush once, so I need to use it a little more, but I don't know, like a lot of times with like cream blushes, like I want to like them, but a lot of times when I use them over top of foundations, even if I use it over top of a foundation before I set it with powder, I just feel like it just disturbs the foundation and looks, I don't know, like I feel like it doesn't look right. So I'll have to use this more and let you know, because it almost has like a balm sort of gel sort of finish to it, so it stays like glossy and kind of tacky, and I don't know if I like that. I kind of like cream blushes that are like cream to powder, where at first they're cream but once you get them on they kind of turn more of a powder or set up more, and this does not do that. I think this might be a better blush to use on like no makeup days where you're not using a foundation and you know you want a healthy glow with a blush. So I don't know, I'll have to keep you guys posted on this. I do really like the color of it and I like the concept, but I don't know. At that Ulta, they also had Catrice, and I saw this and I thought this might be a really good like contouring product, because a while back I was asking you guys like what is your favorite drugstore or like affordable contour, and I want to say that one of you guys did mention this product, but it looked like a nice kind of cool toned, sorry, I need to turn my phone on Do Not Disturb. But it looked like a good cool toned contour. I've only used it once. I haven't really used it enough to decide if I like it or not. And I don't think it's quite as cool toned as my NYX contour. Like I'll swatch them here on the back of my arm so you can see them. So this is the Catrice one here, which it is a nice cool toned contour. And then, and it is matte. It has no shimmer in it at all, or sheen. And then my NYX blush in Taupe. Yeah, so Taupe is more cool toned than the Catrice one, as you can see. So I'll have to keep you guys posted on this. This is the Catrice Prime and Fine Professional Contouring Palette. One of you guys told me that I needed to pick up this essence, and I hope this is the one that you were talking about. You'll have to let me know, but this is the Luminous Matte Bronzing Powder for lighter skin. And it has like, I think the outer ring is matte and the inner ring has more of like a sheen to it. I have used this a couple times and I do like it. It's a more light bronzer, so I know I'm definitely gonna get a lot of use out of this in the winter, but it's a really pretty color. I do really like it. Whenever we were at Target, I knew that whenever I went back to Target, I wanted to pick up another one of the Profusion eyeshadow palettes because I've been loving my Profusion in Pro Pigment, which I definitely want to do some tutorials with this. I just think this is such a pretty palette. I love the colors in here. I think it's super unique and pretty. So whenever I got this the last time I was with April, I almost picked up the chocolate palette. So I knew whenever I went back to Target, I wanted to pick this up because I love the Pro Pigment so much. So I ended up getting the chocolates palette. And I have used this a couple of times. I haven't really used it too much yet, but this is another palette that I think is just so pretty and I'm gonna get a lot of use out of. The last things that I have to haul for you guys are from IMATS. So if you guys haven't seen my IMATS haul, I'll link it down below. My IMATS vlog, I'll link it down below, but I recently went to the Toronto IMATS. I went up there with Lori Joliker. She lives in Canada, and so we planned to go to this together. And as you guys know, my brother lives in Toronto, so it was like a dual kind of trip thing. I was gonna go visit my brother and also go to IMATS and meet Lori for the first time, so it was a lot of fun. I had a mishap, and I explain it in the vlog video, but the trip ended up being really good and we had so much fun at IMATS. It was so nice to meet you, Lori. I had such a good time and I cannot wait to hang out with you again. I mean, it stinks that we live so far away from each other, but I know we'll see each other again, especially with my brother living in Toronto. I'll be up there again at some point. So at IMATS, that was my first time I had ever been to IMATS, so I really did not know what to expect. And it's definitely a convention for makeup artists more than for like beauty YouTubers and stuff like that. But I really enjoyed going to that. Even though I didn't really meet a whole lot of beauty YouTubers there, anything like that, I still really love, you know, doing makeup. You know, obviously makeup artist stuff. I do, you know, wedding makeup and freelance makeup on the side. And I just love like learning other people's tips and tricks that they have. And I love seeing special effects makeup. I think it's just so cool, the stuff that people can do and just totally transform other people. So it was a really cool experience and I loved it so much. But with the brands there wasn't a whole lot of brands that I was super interested in. And some of them didn't really have like the best discounts for me, so I wasn't planning on really getting any makeup whenever I was up there. I was just mostly planning on just going for the experience and meeting Lori. But there were a few things that I was super drawn to, and some of the brands up there had really good discounts. They gave us these cute bags whenever we went to IMATS. It had like Kat Von D on it. She was like the sponsor for like the bags. But it was kind of weird because like she wasn't there at IMATS. I don't know if maybe some of the other locations she was going to be at, but she wasn't in Toronto. But the first brand that I was super drawn to was this brand called VDL. And I don't know if you guys have heard of this brand before. They're kind of new here in the US and also in Canada. But I got several things from the brand because I just was really drawn to their things. They are originally based out of Korea, so they are a K-beauty brand. And I think they were founded in 2001 in Korea. So, and they just recently came over to Canada, and I think they came over to the United States in like the summer of this year. So they're a very, very new brand to the US, but the first thing that I was like drawn to was their illuminating products, and that was the thing that drew me to the brand the most. I watched a demo of their illuminating products and I was super drawn to these products. So as soon as that demo was over, I went over to their booth and just started swatching everything. So the first thing that I was really drawn to was their Lumi Layer All Over stick. These are illuminating primers, so this is just like their illuminating stick, and you can use it all over your face as like a primer before you put your makeup on, or you can also use it after, you know, you've gotten your foundation on and you just want to like highlight certain areas of your face. And this product is just so beautiful. It has like a blue-red shimmer pigment in there, but the shimmer is so fine. Like you cannot see any glitter in it at all. That's how fine it is. It just looks like your skin is wet and glistening. So that was what really drew me to this product, was the fact that it really gives your skin that wet looking glow. And it's just beautiful. The shade of this also kind of helps to brighten your complexion and make it look less dull and just more awake and alive. It's just such a beautiful, unique product, because even though I have illuminating products like my Becca, I don't have the Becca Backlight Priming Filter, but like this Becca First Light Priming Filter or my Wet n Wild Dewy Face Primer, like this is nothing like those. It is just unlike any illuminating product I have used. It really gives your skin a wet look. Anytime you bought something from their counter, like their booth or whatever, you got to do a drawing for a prize whenever you bought something. And so the first day when I bought this, I drew and I ended up getting this, which I was so excited. Like they made such a huge deal about it. Apparently this was like their biggest gift that they were giving away. But this is the 2018 summer collection from VDL, and it's called Glimmer and Glow. And it came with like a really pretty blush, which I'll have to show this to you guys in a minute, a mascara, like a lip gloss, and this product here is like a shimmery, I guess it's also a lip gloss, but I think you can also use it as an eyeshadow. The only thing that I've used in this little set is the blush, which I really like this blush, and it reminds me so much of like the Maybelline Dream Bouncy blushes, and you guys know how much I loved those. This color is just so beautiful. It's just the prettiest everyday pink color. So there it is. It just gives your cheeks a really pretty glow. This is in the shade 101 Rose Punch, and it's their Expert Color Gleaming Jelly Cheek. And I love the packaging on this. Like, isn't this super cute? So that was like the thing I was most excited that I won, was that little blush. I think it's really pretty. I guess I also got this the first day that I got this as well. I forgot about that. I picked up their Expert Radiance Fix Mist. I feel like I'm all over the place in this haul, so I apologize. But this is their Radiance Makeup Setting Spray, and I love this stuff. This stuff really does make your foundation look radiant, and it does keep your foundation, like your makeup, lasting all day. So I love this stuff. So yeah, I picked that up. They have different ones. Like I think they had some that weren't quite as radiant as this one, but I'm all about that glow. So I was like, give me the most radiant setting spray that you have. And this can also be used like before you do your makeup and after. And you can use it like anytime throughout the day to just freshen up your makeup. And then whenever I went back the next day, at first I was just gonna get their really illuminating liquid primer, which is the Lumi Layer Primer Fresh. This is supposed to be the one that's geared toward dry skin. It's really moisturizing and very illuminating. Like this one has even more like kind of glitter in it than the other, than like the stick and the other one has. So let me kind of swatch this other one. I feel like it's really hard to see what these look like on camera than in person, but they are just the prettiest liquid highlights, like liquid highlighting primers that I have ever used. So the packaging is really nice on this. Like it comes in a nice glass bottle, and it has like all these little glitters on it. Like it's just really pretty. And then which I think they were having like a 30% discount on all their stuff, which was really nice. But it kind of has like it's like a pink, like a light pink toned. And then whenever you blend it out, like it feels super moisturizing. It smells really nice and fresh too. But like, as you can see, like it just gives your skin that wet look. And even though this one has like larger glitter, like kind of particles in it, you honestly don't even really see the glitter in this either. Like it just makes your skin look wet. So I've used this several different times under foundations and I love it. It really gives your foundation a really radiant glow. I think you can also mix it with your foundations, which I haven't done that yet. I've only used it by itself. And I know there at IMATS, they were talking about like it's a really pretty product to use on days when you're doing like a no makeup look and you want your skin to look dewy. And since it has like that blue-red pigment in it, it helps to kind of neutralize like redness on your face or like discoloration. I mean, it's not gonna like make your skin look super perfected, but you know, it just kind of makes your skin look a little better than just being bare skin. So after I got this, I was like, you know what, I just want to go ahead and get their other primer because they have 3 different ones: the stick one, the really illuminating one, and then just their normal I think it was like their first primer that they came out with, illuminating primer, which I ended up buying it in this gift set because it cost the same amount to get it in this little set as it did to just get it by itself. So I figured might as well get the set. And this is just their Lumi Layer primer, which I said is like their original one. And I'll go ahead and show you what this one looks like. So that's what it looks like. This one has more of like the white look, where the other one, you know, when you first squirt it out, it looks more flesh toned or pink. And I think the other one doesn't really have as much like blue-red pigment, like shimmer in it than this one does. I mean, it does a little bit, but yeah, this just gives your skin that super like glass, like wet look to your skin. It's just so beautiful. And this one is geared more toward like normal to oily skin. It's not quite as moisturizing as this one. I mean, it still feels really moisturizing, but this one is supposed to be geared more towards dry skin. But I love this one as well. So that is that one. That's basically the same as the stick. It's just in liquid form. So that was those. And then the other things I got in this little set was an Expert Color Lip Cube, Fluid Water, and this is in water, it's in 502 Burnt Rose, which is a really pretty red, which I haven't used this yet either. And it has like one of those applicators that's really nice to use on your lips. So that's what that looks like. I don't think it like sets up as a liquid lipstick or anything like that. It's just like a really kind of moisturizing, kind of lipstick glaze sort of thing. And I think you can also use it for other things like as a blush and stuff like that. Because like I said, with this brand, you can use their stuff for like different areas of your face. Okay, and then it also came with a little makeup bag, which says Gleam and Glow, which is so cute. Oh, and also too, I forgot to mention, whenever I went back to get the other stuff, I also got to draw again for another prize. And I won this Naked Cleansing Strong. It's a trial kit. And it has like a cleansing balm in here. The Naked Cleansing Oil Cream. And it also came with the Naked Cleansing Foam. So I think you're supposed to use the oil first and then go in with the cleansing foam. So I haven't used this yet, so I'll have to keep you guys posted on this, which for me, most of the times the way I just remove my makeup at the end of the day is to just use coconut oil and then just put the coconut oil and then use whatever soap I'm using and then just, you know, wash everything off, and that works really great for me. And coconut oil is super affordable and good for your skin, so Okay, let me put all this stuff in this bag. Then Benefit was there at the Toronto IMATS, and Benefit was having like a really good percentage off on their things. Like they were doing 40% off. So I decided to go over there and buy a few things, and they had this cute bag. It's like this cute mesh beach bag. It says hello gorgeous on it, and it has Benefit on there. And they were giving this away for free if you spent like $75 worth of, like if you bought $75 worth of stuff. So I was like, I'm totally getting that bag because I think it is so cute. And I know I'll get a lot of use out of that like in the summer. The first thing that I knew I wanted to get from Benefit was another Kabrow. But I wanted to get this in shade 1 because now that my eyebrows are microbladed, I really don't need to fill them in much. Sometimes I just want to make the edges a little bit more crisp or something. And I have shade 2 in this, and shade 2 can be a little too dark. So I decided to try out shade 1, and I've really been enjoying this color. I used it today on my brows. I know that Benefit just came out with the Brow Contour Pro, and I just thought that I would pick this up and try it out since it was 40% off. And I picked up the shade, I think it's in Blonde Light. Yeah, Blonde Light. And this is like a little clicky pen concept. So it has a shade in here that's dark, and then it has a lighter shade so that you can contour. So you can use like the lighter shade in the front part of your brow, and then use the darker shade like on the tail end of your brow. And then whenever you click the little pin, then you just kind of roll like this, and it rolls the product up out of the little pin. But the girl there told me to be careful and not like click it up too much because you can't roll it back down. And then it also has a definer, which is like supposed to be like your flesh color, like a flesh tone, which that shade doesn't really work out for me too much. And then there's a highlighter shade that you can use to like highlight underneath of your brow. And that shade I can use. It's like, you know, a lighter color for me. So I think I'm going to get a lot of use out of this. Like I've used it a couple of times now, and I do really enjoy this. I mean, it's not as precise as like the Anastasia Brow Wiz or my NYX Micro Brow. And I know that Benefit has like a brow pencil that's like those. I'm not for sure what that brow pencil is called. And I thought about picking that up, but it's like now that my brows are microbladed, I really don't need to fill them in much. So, I mean, I even debated on whether getting this, but I just decided to pick it up and try it out since, you know, it's new and I got 40% off. And then I decided to get their 24-hour brow setter. This is the clear brow gel because, you know, now that my brows are microbladed, sometimes I just want to use just like a clear brow gel to just like, you know, set my brows in place. And I kind of wish I would have picked up another one of my Benefit Gimme Brows in shade 1, but I totally forgot to get that. But I've used this a couple of times, the 24-hour brow setter, and I'm not for sure how I feel about this. I feel like lately with clear brow gels, when I use them, it leaves like it makes my brows get flaky. It's kind of like when guys use like gel in their hair, how sometimes it gets kind of dry and then it flakes up. That's what I feel like clear brow gels have been doing to me lately. So I don't know if I'm using too much of it or what's going on, but I mean, it did hold my brows in place, but I'm not for sure about the whole like drying and making your brows flaky. And then to make my purchase $75, because whenever I bought those, I was actually, I think like $5 away from hitting $75. It's like they know how to do this to make you spend way more money. But Benefit also, there at their little booth, they had, sorry, this is being really loud. Let me get it out of the bag. At their booth, they were also selling some of their swag that they said that they don't normally sell. Like, you know, they only send it to like big beauty YouTubers that, you know, they send PR to and stuff like that. But they had a duffel bag that had Benefit on it, and I thought this was so cute, and I didn't really need any other, like, I wasn't wanting to try any of their other stuff out, so I just thought this was so cute, and I know I'll get like so much use out of this, like just, you know, whenever I go on trips or, you know, just whatever. It would be a good like little gym bag too. But yeah, it's just really cute. I went to Sigma, And honestly, I probably would have just been better off if I would have just ordered Sigma brushes like online whenever they went on sale, because I know Sigma has sales every once in a while, but I was just like in the moment and I just went ahead and bought these. I don't even know if they really had a discount on them, but I wanted to get a new highlighting brush, and Lori was telling me that this was one of her favorite highlighting brushes. This is the Sigma Tapered Highlighter F35, and it's like a pointed larger blending brush, like so you can do your highlight. It's like precise, you know, with the point, but then since it's blending, it helps to like blend it out. And I have been using this ever since I got it, and I absolutely love it. And they had like a set where you could get like 5 different brushes, and she let me switch out a few of the brushes, so I thought that was cool. But I wanted to get a new E25 blending brush and a new E40 blending brush from Sigma, because my other, like my Sigma brushes that I do have, like I have had since before I started my YouTube channel, so they are like 8 years old, and I mean they still work fine, but I wanted to get new brushes, so I got these two, and then I also got their small tapered blending E45 brush. I thought this would be really great for, you know, when you want to get really precise in your crease or in the outer V. And then the lady there at the Sigma booth, she recommended this concealer blending Kabuki brush. This is the F79. She said it's really good for like blending out concealer, or, you know, like setting, using, you know, under eye setting powder. And I also thought this might be a good brush for like contouring or things like that. So I also picked this up, and I will say, this just rekindled my love for Sigma brushes, because since I have had my Sigma brushes for so long, I feel like they've had a lot of wear on them, and you know, they've been washed like tons of times. So I feel like the brush hairs have gotten kind of splayed out. But these brushes are just the best quality brushes for blending, and I'm in love with these again. This makes me just want to buy like a bunch of new Sigma brushes, because I just fell back in love with these. I hope that you guys did enjoy this haul video. I know it was probably really long, so if you stuck out to the very end, thank you so much. If you are new, please don't forget to subscribe. I post new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. I know last week I kind of failed on posting a video on Saturday. It was just like so much once I got back from IMATS. I just needed a day to like recuperate. So, but yeah, I hope that you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.
In about 5 minutes, I'm self-destruct. 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 In about 5 minutes, I'm self-destruct. About 5 minutes, I'm self-destruct.